I'm going to translate from paragraph 1 until paragraph 6. Okay. Information and communication technology, ICT, has become so deeply integrated into our society that we live and breathe it every day. For example, when we use smartphones, listen to music online, watch movies through live streaming, and upload our latest adventures to our Instagram accounts. We receive information, communicate, and interact with one another using ICT, which is a rapidly growing industry worldwide. Competition among smartphone manufacturers is becoming increasingly intense. They are striving hard to produce devices equipped with the most advanced communication and entertainment technologies, as well as the best mini cameras. At the same time, the Internet of Things (IoT) connects everything from closed circuit television (CCTV) and lighting systems to electrical and electronic appliances, laptops, and phones. The potential for growth is limitless. ICT has evolved from a set of hardware into a powerful socio-economic catalyst and a major driver of business transformation. Lepas saya siapa? Nan?
Um, so sorry. Now I will be presenting the translated version of my part, which is from paragraph 7 until 12. So 2018's technology trend. So according to IEEE Computer Society or IEEECS, the highest technology progress that were said to reach technology adoption this year would cover deep learning or DL, digital currency, IoT industry, robotics, assisted transportation system, augmented reality and virtual reality or AR or VR, accelerator and 3D, cybersecurity, and also artificial intelligence or AI. DL is used widely in all data centers. Amazon is currently developing for graphic processing units (GPUs) for DL, while Google is broadcasting DL in their tensor processing units (TPUs). Moreover, Microsoft uses field programmable gate arrays (FPGAs). During this time, DL applications such as image, audio and video identifications have begun to be used. DL is also used for assistance functions, including in the fields of transportations, AR or VR, and cybersecurity. Digital currencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum have become widely traded currencies, and their popularity as an investment will continue to grow. With increasing interest from around the world, these digital currencies require improvements in terms of cybersecurity, more storage, cloud computing, and IoT. According to Cisco, single-skill AI is now becoming widely known. Examples include online shopping and advertising, Google Maps, and Siri. The next step is to release multi-skill AI, which is pervasive and can adapt to humans, not the other way around. The world community is currently in the process of producing the most advanced multi-skill algorithms in software and AI chips in hardware. So I will be passing the translated text to Nabiha.
Thank you, Hanan. So now I will be translating my part, which is paragraph 13 to 18. Although traditional offices use certain hardware for collaboration, Gen Y, which is the dominant segment in the workforce, prefers to meet, discuss, and conduct business digitally through social applications such as Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Snapchat. In response to Gen Y's need for better collaboration tools, user interfaces will be developed to become smarter, seamless, and more intuitive. And this is a shift through the use of technologies such as AI, VR, and AR. ICT in Malaysia. In Malaysia, ICT components can be classified under the development of digital content, e-learning, e-commerce, e-public service, also known as e-government, as well as ICT research and development, R&D, and intellectual property, IP. The ICT subsector is one of the largest economic subsectors in Malaysia. According to the 25th Productivity Report 2017-2018, in 2017, the subsector recorded an added value growth of 8.4% worth 71.1 billion ringgit, which was an increase from 8.1%, 65.6 billion ringgit in 2016. The healthy growth of this subsector is associated with positive competition among industry players. This environment stimulates innovation and the creation of products with higher value. The government also plays an important role in encouraging the growth of this subsector by providing support through funding schemes, including the MSC Development Grant Scheme (MGS) and the Industry Development and Research Grant Scheme (IGS) for idea generation and R&D. And I'll pass to Ain Fatiha.
Okay, thank you for Nabiha. So I will be translating my translation part from paragraph 19 to 25. In terms of productivity, there was a growth of 3.6%, valued at 305,942 ringgit in 2017, increasing from 295,426 ringgit in 2016. Factors contributing to this growth included better training and development and improved working environment, recruitment of suitable employees, more financial and non-financial incentives, and incentive-driven wage policies. Some areas, such as mobile applications, have experienced a very powerful spark of innovation in Malaysia, said Ganesh Kumar Banga, the ICT Nexus lead for the Malaysia Productivity Corporation, MPC. But the other areas, such as hardware, show less improvement in terms of innovation in our country. Thus, in terms of hardware, we are merely technology users, he added. In the effort of increasing productivity in Malaysia over the past 25 years, MPC has conducted talks and workshops, developed training programs, provided advisory and consultancy services in productivity advancement, and awarded grants and recognition to excellent organizations conducting productivity-related research projects. Around 2000, MPC developed best benchmarking practices, learning how to enhance competitive in 2017. 9 key subsectors were outlined, one of which is ICT. The adoption of IT and e-commerce is very high among consumers, but there is still room for growth in adoption within the small and medium enterprise SME environment. SME e-commerce adoption is only around 20 to 25%, said Ganesh. Okay, that's all for me.
Now we shall start to analyze the differences between the source text and also the translated text. So for my analysis, It will focus on my translated text, which will be in four aspects, which are meaning, sentence structure, language style, and genre, as well as technical terminologies. So first, let us look at the differences in meaning. Generally, all of us have translated the text successfully, and all of us have successfully delivers the main ideas from the source text into the translated text. Um, so in my part, both texts discuss technology trends in 2018, especially developments in deep learning, digital currency, cybersecurity, and also artificial intelligence. Besides that, the source text mentions AI satu kemahiran. The translation becomes single skill AI. This translation keeps the original meaning, but the phrase sounds uncommon in English technical writing. Since there is no equivalent words in English that could actually translate the satu kemahiran. So it may confuse readers who are unfamiliar with AI terminology. Next, I will discuss the sentence structure. So the source text mainly uses long and formal Malay sentence structures with many clauses connected together. For example, the first paragraph lists several technologies in one long sentence. In the translated text, I mostly keep the same sentence structure, as this shows a source-oriented translation approach because I had tried to closely follow the original arrangement of ideas. However, due to this, some sentences become awkward in English because Malay and English have different grammatical patterns. For example, is during this time, which is translated from pada masa kini. Although grammatically correct, native English readers would normally use phrases like currently or at present. However, this phrase is at the beginning of the sentence, therefore it is deemed more appropriate. Now, let us move to language style and genre. The genre of both texts is informative and technological. The purpose the purpose is to explain current and future technology trends to readers. Both texts use formal language and also factual information, while the source text uses formal Malay academic style, especially through passive structures and technical explanations. The translated text also maintained a formal style, but some phrases sounds a bit too literal, and it reduced the smoothness of the English text due to some words not having an equivalent words in English. For instance, the phrase "the highest technology progress" is grammatically understandable, but it sounds quite unnatural in English. So, in addition, the translated text sometimes mixes formal and also less natural expressions. Um, Due to all of this, it may affect readability for English audiences, even though the information itself remains accurate. And finally, I will discuss the technical terminologies for my part. So one strength of my translation is the consistent use of technical terms. Many important terminologies are translated correctly, such as pembelajaran to deep learning and keselamatan cyber to cybersecurity. Um, I also keep the abbreviations like DL, AI, IoT, GPUs, TPUs, and also FPGAs, which is important in technical translation, because these abbreviations are internationally recognized. However, some terms could still be improved from my part because, for example, the reality bantuan is translated as augmented reality, which is correct. But the original Malay term itself in the source text is less common compared to reality terimbuh, which is more widely accepted today. So overall, the translation successfully transfers the main information and maintains the technological genre of the source text. However, there are some issues involving literal translations, unnatural sentence structures, and also slightly inaccurate word choices. These differences shows the importance of balancing accuracy, readability, and also appropriate technical terminology in translations. And that's all from me. Thank you. I will be passing it to Nabiha.
So thank you, Hanan. So I will present my critical analysis in terms of meaning, sentence structure, language style and genre, and also technical terminology. So firstly, the English translation successfully preserved the original meaning and message of the Malay ICT text. The source text discusses the growing influence of digital technology in workplaces, especially among Gen Y employees, and explains the development and contribution of the ICT sector in Malaysia. During the translation process, it was important to ensure that the ideas remain accurate without changing the intended meaning. So, for example, the Malay phrases lebih suka untuk bertemu, berbincang dan membuat urusan secara digital was translated as prefers to meet, discuss, and conduct business digitally. This translation accurately reflects the original meaning while sounding natural and professional in English. Instead of translating the phrase word for word, the sentence was adjusted slightly to improve fluency and readability. So next, I will explain sentence structure. One major difference between the Malay and English text involves sentence structure. Malay sentences are often longer and contain several connected ideas within one sentence. So, in contrast, English academic writing usually requires clearer and more direct sentence construction. For example, the sentence discussing Gen Y and digital communication contains multiple actions in one sentence. Lebih suka untuk bertemu, berbincang, dan membuat urusan secara digital menerusi aplikasi sosial. In English, this was translated into a smoother and more organized structure, which is prefers to meet, discuss, and conduct business digitally through social applications. The sentence structure was adjusted to improve the readability while still maintaining the original information. So next, I'll be explaining language style and genre. The source text uses a formal and informative language style commonly found in ICT articles in economics reports. Therefore, the translation also needed to maintain a professional and also academic tone. Formal and vocabulary was carefully selected throughout the translation. Words such as subsector, innovation, collaboration, funding schemes, and industry players were used because they are commonly found in business and ICT-related writing. So using simple or casual vocabulary would reduce the professionalism of the translated text. The genre of the text is informational and also academic because it provides facts, statistics, and explanations about ICT industry in Malaysia. So for example, the text includes numerical data regarding the growth of the ICT subsector, 8.4% worth 71.1 billion. This information was translated accurately without changing the numerical values or economic meaning. Maintaining precision is important in formal ICT and economic text because factual information must remain reliable and also trustworthy. In addition, the translation preserved the objective tone of the original text. No personal opinions or emotional expressions were added during translation. So this will help to ensure that the translated text remain suitable for academic and professional purposes. Lastly, the technical terminology was one of the most important aspect of the translation because the text focuses heavily on ICT related concepts. ICT terminology must be translated accurately to avoid any confusion or misunderstanding among readers. So several specialized terms require careful attention. For example, perkakasan kolaborasi to collaboration tools, antara muka pengguna to user interfaces, and e-pembelajaran to e-learning. Most of these terms already have internationally recognized English equivalents, so direct technical translation was possible. However, the translator still needed to ensure that the selected terms match the content of ICT and business communication. Abbreviations such as AI, VR, AR, and R&D were maintained because they are globally accepted technical terms. Translating or changing these abbreviations could confuse readers who are already familiar with the original English forms. The translators should also avoid using overly literal translations for technical terms. So, for example, perkakasan kolaborasi could have been translated literally as collaboration hardware, but collaboration tool sounds more natural and widely accepted in ICT context. Next, I'll be passing to Danisha.
Thank you, Nabiha. So right now, I'm going to analyze my text based on sentence structure, meaning, genre, and language style, and also technical terminology. So the translated text mainly uses complex and compound sentence structures, which create a smooth, formal, and professional flow of ideas. It also applies parallel structure in phrases such as use smartphones, listen to music online, watch movies, and upload our latest adventures, making the writing more formal, uh, eh, more coherent and effective. The meaning of the text focuses on the importance and rapid development of information communication technology, which is ICT, in our daily life, communication, entertainment, and business transformation. So the genre of my translated text is informational and expository, while the language style is formal, academic, and informative because the passage explains and provides factual information about the role and development of ICT in modern society. So in terms of technical terminology, the passage includes technology-related terms such as smartphones, live streaming, Internet of Things, which is IoT, CCTV, and hardware, which contribute to the informative and
So now I will be continue with my analysis for my translation part. So in terms of the meaning, the translation maintains strict semantic equivalence by ensuring that every statistical value and expert sentiment is transferred without distortion. For example, the precise figure of 305,942 ringgit and the growth of 3.6% are preserved to maintain the factual integrity required in economic reporting. Furthermore, the nuanced meaning of the speaker's concern regarding Malaysia being merely technology users in the hardware sector is captured effectively, preserving the critical tone of the original interview. So for the sentence structure, I move away from a literal word-for-word translation to adopt a structure that feels natural in English professional writing. So in the first paragraph, the list of factors contributing to growth was restructured with a zero, comma, and clear phrasing like incentive-driven wage policies to replace the more complex Malay syntax, dasar upah yang dipacu insentif. This ensures that the technical density of the text does not hinder the reader's comprehension. So next for the language style and genre. The translation adheres to the informative and formal genre typical of government-linked corporate bodies like the MPC. I maintain a professional third-person perspective and use authoritative verbs such as conducted, developed, and launched to reflect the active role of the corporation in national development. Therefore, this formal register is consistent throughout, avoiding colloquialisms to suit the academic and professional nature of the task. Last but not least, for the cultural context, to make the text accessible to an international audience while respecting the Malaysian context, I translated the local institutional references into globally recognized terms. In terms of technical terminology, specific attention was paid to the ICT-related vocabulary to ensure the translation sounds like a legitimate text report. Terms such as was rendered with the need of readability. For instance, translating the name of the Malaysia Productivity Blueprint (MPB) required the strategy of official equivalence rather than a literal translation to ensure the reader can cross-reference the document in the real world. Another challenge was the phrase cetusan inovasi, which are resolved using the evocative yet professional term spark of innovation, maintaining the speaker's original enthusiasm while staying within a formal register. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
So I think that is all for our discussion today. That's all. Thank you all for participating in today's discussion. Thank you.
Thank you.